And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. A final shot before the break. Fields toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This is 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Irving. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 3rd and 6. Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. Open man is a breaker. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. 180. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Running the toss to Irving. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its
Normally, the Texas heat and humidity mean the roof stays closed, but not today as the sun is out here at NRG Stadium in Houston. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans.
Look at this kick I found, Morph. Look at this.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
It ain't do it all the way right that time.
How about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
It went too fast.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Johnson to return it. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
I don't see the bunch tight end. Hold on, Morph. Wrong playbook. It gave me my old one back.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from East Rutherford. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Giants sending out their punter. Cameron Johnson deep for Tampa Bay. And this one's going to land out of bounds as the market inside the 20. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain. So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
To the left side, to Godwin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From 29, here's 2nd and 8. On the RPO, they'll get this to Ibuka. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Out right and catch me. That's Ibuka. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? That is caught out wide on the RPO. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to get there. He's got the first down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chain.
Buccaneers, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down.
The RPO. That one is complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. He'll get this out wide. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A gain there of 11. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. This one on target to Godwin. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Gotta get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Look wide. Get this one complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, it's He's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on fourth down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. There's that man again. Another catch. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up third and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
And this is going to backfire in a...
Well, the summer humidity has abated, the roof is open, and it's time for football at NRG Stadium here in Houston, Texas. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 12. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Calling a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They throw it out right complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do.
1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Quick throw, Mayfield completes it. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. Right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. That was a good, strong run for a 1st down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. So this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Sterling Shepard, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Johnson on the return. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield down. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34.
180!
Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
And again, it's Mayfield. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
On the return, Johnson. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Throwing, Mayfield. Complete right side to Otten. And he will dive to the turf and be marked down there. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 33. 180. Hey, alert. Real. Regular. What's up?
Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that purpose.
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Point it right.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Alert. Run. Up. Stop.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it'll be intercepted. And nothing but daylight ahead.
Well, there's some excitement. Right, go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
At the 41-yard line.
Open man is Ibuka. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Now he's going to step up and run. Now Mayfield lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Regular. 180. Run. What's that?
Mayfield now from the 50. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Derek Stingley.
180.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The yards.
6 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Houston, it's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
180. What's up?
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
What's up?
It's complete. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left during the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is caught. And he's going to have a 1st down as he dives at the end to try to get as much as he can. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Brings up third down and 8.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Kings, Kings, Kings! What's up?
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 10-yard
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
At their own 5-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
180. Get it together. Up, up.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
The Bucks will set up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Stroud to throw it. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.